Yeah, definitely don't want to go for that green pendant. Especially in Randomizer, you want to clear as less as possible. And we already have a fire rod in Link's house.
Yeah, Fire Rod in Link's house, Illus finding the Hyrule Castle map inside of the Sanctuary. Looks like the rats have migrated to the surface. Full magic on the tier 1 tree pull, that's nice.
Very nice with that fire rod start.
Zelda ripping out the last piece of the uncle's heart. Illus finding 20 in the dig spot. Oh, that's a Lionel.
A Lionel already.
Illus finding a dinner plate in the Thieves drop while Zelga's gonna save and quit out the Sanctuary, not trying to go past that Lionel with nothing to hurt it with. Instant check from both runners. We've got 3 crystals in the light world with a 5-6 on desert.
Not really a fan of 3 crystal in the light world. Always means that you have to dip a pendant dungeon in order to clear the game.
Yeah, usually. There's just too many dungeons in the Dark World that have too much stuff going on. So Illus with no bombs, gambling on finding some. There's 50 bucks, 350 bucks, a second shield upgrade, and a full heart container. Unfortunately, I have to come back to clear out that last chest. Zelda also opting to pick up the dinner plate. Gonna be kind of happy in order to just have that fire shield early. The maximum scam here from the bottle vendor, 1 for 100.
Not what you want to see. Illus not gambling on the second, on the well. Actually going for bombs this time.
Yeah, gonna take those bombs. Finds Bombos in the back of the bar.
Actually changing his mind and trying to farm some bombs. Quite risky in my opinion, because in that hut you might... Oh, a fish would actually give him some nice items.
Wants to return for some cash.
I actually found bomb with that fish, so actually very good.
Zelda finds one under a bush and is gonna open up the supply hut. Oh, that's a lot of guard.
Not a painful hut for the bombs. Could have been worse. I've seen way worse trying to farm bombs here.
Yeah. Sometimes with 2 enemies in such close proximity, sometimes this can be a really nasty hut to try to farm bombs. Alright, so Illus finally gonna clean out the well. Zelda gonna go into the guard hut. And that's a hook shot.
A very early hook shot.
And a moon pearl.
I'm not putting a lot now since we don't have the glove yet, or the flute to get to that mountain. But still nice to have.
Oh, absolutely. You can get the good stuns, get kills on some lesser enemies. The bombs were behind the bombable wall, unfortunately. Alright, took a little longer than normal, but we finally got Kakariko cleared out. We're gonna get the last 2 checks down here on the library and the race game, and then we're gonna have to see where Illus decides to opt to go from there. Now, being open Randomizer, Eastern's fully clearable at any point, depending, well, not even depending on the boss, unless it's Trinex.
They already have that fire rod, but yeah, you might want a better weapon. I mean, if you actually find a troll dorm, you actually need hammer or sword.
Yeah, very
You
true.
might
We don't have a proper weapon yet.
I would wait for a proper weapon before I go to Eastern. And with that fire, I mean, Illus didn't find it, but it's likely that it's gonna find it. This dark room to get to the boss would actually be easier to clear without the lamp.
Yeah, with that fire rod, you can just walk right in, point left or right, shoot one fire rod shot, and get the torch hit.
I mean, in a normal mode, like, it would be easy, not easy, but those players are actually good enough to actually clear it. But with an Randomizer, you actually want to see what's in there.
Yeah, you never know when you're going to run into something nasty, like a bunch of Lionels, even though, you know, they're probably not going to, of course, be the key guardian.
Having that Bumbles very early as well might actually help them clear some rooms.
Yeah, that's going to wipe out a good portion of anything that they're going to find. They are going to need something to make use of it, though. Alright, Illus gonna try to sneak past again for this Lionel. Manages to make a pie. Zelga's gonna head down to the dam.
I'm actually surprised Zelda didn't decide to go for that escape after finding the fire rod and the magic refill in the triple.
Yeah, but you never know when you're gonna find. I mean, it's hard to tell what's gonna be back here. Plus, Zelda got that hook shot, which makes clearing South Shore normally pretty easy, depending on what's in Mini Moldorm.
Very nice to have a fire rod here. And our first sword is here.
Oh man, all masters.
Wow. Illus actually losing 3 bones here.
Yeah, Illus got absolutely mugged there.
A good reaction from Zelda. Like,
yeah, smooth play there. I like knocking them into the pit.
I think did he have a weapon to actually clear them? I don't know if Fire Rod is able to clear those mini helmets.
We got a flute and Quake.
So I got going straight to Kakariko to activate that.
Yeah, with the hook shot as well, it's gonna give, you know, East South Mountain. Can't blame Zelda at all there. So Illus finds the red boomerang and a sword inside of the front of Escape. No key, so we may need in order to get the back of Escape, we may need the glove after all.
So let's see where Zelda decides to go.
Zelda heading right to 1. probably the best play. 1, even a flute back to 8 to finish up Ice Rod after you got the flute, or even to 6 would have been good. Alright, Zelga's gonna give us a look at the top, the inside, and probably the hint and spectacle. Illus with those, with that sword, just using some hookshot stun strats, get rid of those mini Helmas.
And with that, we also know that the stun price is hard.
So Zelga gets a hint that there are some bombs inside a desert palace, knowing that one of our 2 items in there is worthless.
And we got our first chain tomb here. Oh,
That's a lot of rollers too.
I mean, to be fair, that's a nice hit for now. I've seen a lot worse. Only that 9-0 at ankle was kinda annoying. Oh, we got the mirror already.
Yeah, that's gonna give us most access to Hera, but Zelga's still short of a usable weapon.
Yep.
Zelga's gonna have to bomb that.
That was what I was afraid of. The fire rod cannot clear those mini Helveser, but he finds the Cane of Samaria.
Wow. That's a clutch find there. Ice Rod only turns out to be bombs, but Illus wanted to not leave any spots unchecked here, not orphan anything this early. Alright, so there's another flute. I can't help but think Illus actually opting for 5. I was expecting a flute to 6 just to clear up some, one of locations.
And not a bad play in my opinion, as well. I mean, you have
That is
fire rod.
That is an awful cave for an anti-fairy to be in.
Especially when your early weapons actually consume magic. That's a very stacked closet, Sashala. With a second sword and silvers.
Yeah, Shaz's coat closet, the lost and found. Don't know who's been leaving their stuff around. Alright, so Stick Kid just hands over a small allowance.
I mean, that second sword actually draws us closer to our favorite wizard. Since we don't have the glove or even the hammer for now, and there's not a lot of location to check left.
Yeah, Zelga might be in a little bit of a problem here. There's a blue guard on the way. Oh, managed to stun. Gonna at least pick up one sword here.
So what is that to check in the light world? Agina and Eastern, basically.
Gina, and Agena Eastern, and Hera.
Oh, Hera as well. You're right. You have that mirror.
I'd like to see somebody talk to Shaz here, but they're not going to. So we'll have to wait to find out what our green pendant is.
Oh, now that Zelda didn't have a weapon, that's why he didn't go for that Hera play, I guess. Now that he has one.
Zelda looking out. All the keys turned into stuff that's just pretty well jammed up and can't get out, except for that fire snake.
And with that, he would know that Purple just has nothing in it. A very good hint, in my opinion.
Yeah, Gary's lunchbox just got some explosives today.
So we have both players doing different dark rooms and actually managing to go through them very nicely.
Oh, Illus unfortunately takes a death.
Actually deciding to leave. He got the small key though before dying.
Yeah, gonna also head over, get the old man, and start their checks. Gonna get everything, gonna get the mirror, that's gonna be nice.
We have a dark roll check.
Oh, man.
Oh.
5-6 at Pod, green pendant at Meyer, pendant thieves, pendant TR. Oh.
And you already have that cane with Samaria. To add to that, pendant Meyer and Total Rock. The lamp is in Desert Palace, okay.
That's good to know. So Illus unfortunately taking a death, but manages to drop the old man off just in time. So the Pen Gators seem to have taken up residence in Hera, and I'm not sure how I feel about it.
I mean, you have the hook shot, so it's not bad that they are actually here. They could be annoying if you didn't have it. That's a glove.
Yep, that's one of our big ones. Zelda gonna go ahead and do the bomb jump here. Finds the compass. We're now 50-50 on half to do the basement.
So only one item so far.
Only one. Oh, it's Vitreous.
Why the so bitters? Actually deciding to leave. I wonder if Illus gonna go for it since he has Master Sword. I can't blame him. Like, Fire Sword Bitters is kind of rough.
I mean, but in that room, you can just stand up on the balcony and kill all the little ices that come to you. And then just jump down with like one eye remaining and then just sit there for like 7 minutes and fire slashing on Vitreous' big eye. But with glove in hand, I can't blame him. I'm gonna get some extra checks in here.
So the small key is in the dark. We know now this.
Sorry, yeah, but that's great information because that means you can just leave all of that nonsense alone.
But Zelda doesn't know about it since he didn't do the front of escape yet.
That's true, and that's exactly where he's going. That will be good information at least because they'll go clear the front and say, hey, I don't have a small key, then I know it's back there.
So what is left to check? Beatrice? Or the basement of Hera as well. Not that we really want to do it.
Yeah, wherever the one item in Hera is at, the rest of, well, Eastern's out of logic. Agana's in logic.
Yeah, Agana's still in logic. And you know, like, you will have access to Desert at some point.
Yeah, because the lamp's in there. Also, Zora's in logic now.
Oh yeah, true.
I can see Zelda doing a fake flipper after this.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially with that Moon Pearl on hand, getting everything else out of the way as well. Illus picking up the bottle, gonna save and quit. Let's see if Illus decides they're gonna go straight to Hera here. Yep, they're save and quit in the mountain cave.
Equipping the mirror as well, so we know what his destination gonna be.
Alright, so Illus starting their dive here. Zelda picking up the big key. Boomerang finding out that the key... Well, we'll see if they can figure it out.
I actually think our progression is gonna be in Hera.
Oh, that's just evil.
I mean, got the mirror. You got a lot to actually get in there. Might actually just be in the basement, to be honest. With that fire rod, possession.
Yeah, the problem is we gotta get through Vitreous anyway, because Vitreous either has the small key or the second item.
I didn't put a small key.
Alright, so Zelda looks like they're going to commit to the eastern play here.
I already cleared the back of Sas closet, so taking a little shortcut to the dungeon. Since it has the glove now.
Illus getting a little bullied by a mini Helma there.
So Illus, will you go or not? For that Vitreous.
Alright, let's put on the big boy pants, let's see how this goes. Good spin strat so far. Ooh, got tagged for
heard a
4.
lot. Ooh. Actually taking it.
Unfortunately, yeah, unfortunately taking a death here. Vitreous still hurts a ton. So Illus also gonna clean at the back of escape. Zelda gonna come in here and have to end up dealing with these dark rooms.
I guess Illus is gonna be the first one to actually check Agina. Probably gonna do Fake Flipper after that. Still has to check the bubble, I think. We know that was a boss. I don't remember what it was, but...
$20.
Not a bad decision from Illus. I mean, you have the money.
Illus grabbed a red potion. Illus is going back to Hera. Nope, made a liar out of me.
Fake Flippering. I mean, Sora is in logic, so might actually be a good check.
Alright, Zelda makes it through the dark room here.
Ooh, that's some rough enemies in the water. Only for a big 20. Saga doesn't have a lot of magic. Clearing the room before being in the dark. Only a small 5 on the Zora ledge.
Yeah, Illus finding the shovel inside the waterfall fairy.
Zora not scamming us today. Really, really good item. The boots.
Yeah, absolutely. Zora apparently is moonlighting at the Foot Locker here. And not in the normal way.
And that actually is in logic.
Wait, is this even randomized?
I have no idea. Apparently not.
So yeah, this fight's not short by any means for the swords.
It's very long without the sword, even with Master Sword. Just found another big 20. And another big 20 dig up by Illus. That's a lot of money here.
Yeah, Illus floating back to 1 here. Let's see where Zelga decides to go from here as well.
Going for 6. Somewhere we haven't been yet.
Yeah, so we're still looking for progression. A hammer, submits.
At this point, it's either here, where Zelda is, or where Illus is. That's the only two spots we have left.
No, we still have Bonk Rocks. I don't think
He
Illus
did it. Illus did it.
Oh.
He checked it. It was a boomerang.
Of course it was.
Oh, hammer!
Oh, Zelga wins the 50-50.
And this is our Dark World access. I know this hammer actually taking Zelda away from those boots. So I won't say Zelda he definitely has a lead, but the boots are gonna help Illus quite a lot.
Yeah, so Zelga is gonna. Whether the boots are going to be required or not is still the jury's still out. Depends on what we find in Desert or in GT.
Unfortunately, on this field, cannot really do some dash strats on VT.
Yeah, those are way too risky. Ooh, Illus taking the first hit and the second. Wow, that cave sucked.
Right, cave.
So Illus is committing to the Vitreous play here, 100%. Stumpy handing out some blue mail.
Yeah, a blue mail that Illus could use for that BD fight, to be honest.
Yeah. The Illus really could benefit from having a 9th heart here so they could take 2 safe hits.
Oh!
Wow! So much for the mail upgrades. So Illus doing pretty well on this 3rd attempt here. The real moment of truth is, are they just going to sit over here and spin the eyes as they come to them, or try to cross over to the left side? Was that 29 digs for a heart container?
That was a lot of things. I didn't count them, but that was a lot of things. For sure.
Down
I
goes
kinda-
Viddy for the small key.
Kinda felt that it was a small key, to be honest. I mean, you have that fire source as well. Maybe there's something in the basement then.
For Illus's sake, I hope there's something in the basement. Alright, I wonder what a random tile pattern is gonna be. Alright, so Zelda gonna come up towards Skullwood and Outcast here.
Also can get to Skullwood's boss, even though we don't know what it's gonna be yet.
Yeah, but at this point, Zelda can clear everything but Trinex.
Yeah, definitely. You have that fire source, you have everything to clear. Everything but Tronic, so might as well go for that.
So Illus unfortunately just finding a heart container in the basement of Hera. So Zelda rips the first item out of the vanilla big key chest and is gonna head right to the back here. So, what boss do you hope to find in Skullwoods?
The infamous Halmacopter.
I am in full agreement. Alright, so Illus is going to go ahead and match the play here of Zelda and come right around to the Dark World from the north. Now, unfortunately, this does mean that Illus is still going to be without both of those mail upgrades. Argus on a treadmill.
Oh, actually, not the boss you want to see there.
No, not particularly. Dear God, this fight's laggy.
Illus definitely gonna have a hard time getting through that with only a green mail.
Yeah, what's a hug from Argus do? Like 2, 3?
I don't remember quite a lot. Quite more than with a red mail, definitely.
Poor Argus trying to zip around the room on a treadmill is kind of funny, though.
That's actually a second item here in Skullwoods, so we're done with that area.
Yeah, this is gonna be great because both of them did the same routing. Check the big key chest first, come straight back to the boss, and they're gonna be rewarded for it just by being able to nope out of Skullwoods immediately. Illus getting brutalized by these anti-fairies.
Especially when you actually need that magic to get through the the boss because of the torches, and you don't have the lamp yet because it's in the desert. I believe he still has that red potion though.
Yeah. Illus probably just needs to stun everything from here on out for the, just for the heart prize. So Zelga's gonna go ahead and check Graveyard Ledge here. Unfortunately, no boots, can't check King's Tomb.
And that graveyard ledge was a bust. Only 10 arrows. That trap placement is actually very bad.
Yeah, that Crusher's got a really bad position there. Illus being very careful here on this fight and doing really well with it. Making sure to take hits from the spikes rather than in Argus itself.
Actually going for spins.
Okay, Argus is freaking out a little bit. He doesn't like treadmills either.
Very nice fight with only green mail.
Very
use that
consistent,
potion, though.
smooth one. Yeah, had to use the potion though. Alright, so a whole lot of nothing other than some money here on Outcast so far.
And bombs. Twed said a question in chat. The first medal is on Stampy and the second medal is in K45. So they're basically next to each other.
Alright, so let's see what Zelga finds here. There's gonna be a bunch of items here and thieves, but the boss is immediately open.
It's also a pendant, so might actually not check everything, just the first 4 and then figure it out.
I'd check the first 4 in the boss.
Yeah, definitely. Especially when you already find the map.
Oof. Hopefully this isn't the small key. So 3 of the 4 dungeon items in here are all in the front.
So they actually go further now. that you notice a lot of item in the back.
There's a lot of items. There's the hint. It's gonna be interesting. It's really a. Either way, I think it's a good play. No, Zelga's gonna clear it.
Can't really blame him with only one item in the front.
Yeah, with only one item in the front, you've got all of these items in the back.
Illus gonna have a harder time though with only that green mail. Like, this Thief Town seems like very hard to get through.
Yeah, there's definitely some rooms in here, like that triple crusher, that aren't nice at all. Compass and bombs fire locked in Mire. So you know one of the two items in Mire is a bust, and you know you don't. If you even have to go in, you don't have to go fireside, which is great.
If you ever have to go in there, since it's a green pendant.
Yeah, so there's one item that we don't know, and the green pendant. It's really de-incentivizing it, which is great. Besides, until we find mitts, it's not even a question. Zelda remembering there's no need to remodel.
This room actually bullying Illus a little bit. Not being able to hit the switch. Illus actually taking a death here.
Yeah, but manages to at least get the chest.
Only 2 items left. Let's see if he's gonna miss on something. No, they didn't go to the boss first. We don't know what's waiting for us. Only big 20 in the big chest. For now, good for Illus.
Yeah, so far he's clear. Alright, so Zelda coming to the boss. Illus is gonna get 29 digs for a heart container.
On a troll dorm. Which is
Four-eyed
nice.
troll dorm.
4-eyed troll dorm for sure. And our last item actually being a heart container. Illus not missing on the lot, then good for him. Because I don't think he's gonna go to Thief Town anytime soon.
Yeah, not unless, you know, it becomes a last option at this point. Illus, thankfully, though, is about to pick up a blue mail, followed immediately by a red mail.
So what are our options now? Pyramid, catfish, and pod?
Pretty much.
I mean, we know we won't be able to clear pod without the bow. It's still a requirement for that dungeon. Since you still have to shoot in that eye. But you can check all the chests except what's on the boss here. I was about to say Helmazor, but we won't even know if it's gonna be Helm's King.
Yeah, we will be able to full clear. It's not going to be bow locked, except for the boss is going to be bow locked, but there's a lot of items in here. It's probably the best play. It's really the only play. I feel like there's got to be a 100% there's some sort of progression in here. It's just what progression is it? Is it flippers? Is it mitts?
What do you want it to be? I mean, flippers would send them straight into swamp. And you don't really want to go into swamp.
At least swamp's a crystal. Better than getting the mitts and being sent into Turtle Rock or Mire. So both of our runners going straight to pod, passing up pyramid, passing up catfish. They want to get the density out of the way before the one-ofs.
That is also true. We know the lamp is in desert, so we might actually have access to desert. Logically, oh, there's that book. Thank you, chat.
Alright, so there's our logical access to back of Eastern, parts of pod.
Especially the Darken can actually bully our runners here.
Oh, Zelga. It's not bow locked. So Zelga tried a potion glitch, forgetting that the mimics aren't in there. That's just a super unfortunate place for that crusher.
That's a very nasty location.
There we go.
That's a very nasty location for that as well.
Yeah, small bridges and spike traps never go well.
And they have the big kit. They could actually just bomb jump here. The hammer jump, I mean.
There's the
They
flips.
So everything that our runners are gonna find from now are actually not in logic. But we know where the lamp is gonna be, and since we have the boots, we know we're gonna have access to that. It's actually taking a death here. Deciding to quit. Going for that lamp, I guess.
Yeah. Going for the lamp, maybe, depends on what the second item in desert is. So I'll go try in the dark maze here. Seen a couple of fireballs, but not much else. What was that? Unique item requires the bow?
Yep. And we know that the only location lock by the bow is Helmets of King.
So Helma's got something. And sure enough, Desert is boot locked. But flippers in hand, Zelga's gonna opt for Swamp. Yeah, for all we know, it's Trinex and Pod.
Could be. That would be very trolly.
Well, we need something. I mean, they found back-to-back mail upgrade. They found a bunch of bosses. They can kill everything else.
But what actual progression could be in that boss though? Because we know we need the bow to get there. If it's Trinex, you would have the ice rod before that. So
here's my thought. Blind and Desert, first off. My thought is there's not Trinex in Pod. You get the bow, you go to Pod to get the ice rod to kill Trinex somewhere else.
I like that thought.
No. Let's make it better. You gotta get the medallion off the Pod boss for Meyer, where the ice rod's buried as the second item to kill Trinex on ice in Ganon's tower because the big key's behind him.
I mean, Illus can only go back to Pod at this point. Doesn't have any other location to go.
So the saving grace for Zelga here is Zelga has the flippers, so Zelga should flute to 2, or no, actually flute to 5 and go back to the Dark World.
Oh, I like that play from Zelga. Gotta get these boots, finally.
Yeah, I would have liked to seen routing in Catfish as well, and then just come back through the portal to clean up those checks. Oh, Zelga can see what her freebie is. Oh, hey, blue goo.
Oh, Illus actually deciding to go back into the Thieves Town, and we know he's not gonna find anything there.
No, but to Illus, it's a dungeon you can clear. And I guess even though it is a pendant, you're going to do that before a dungeon you can't clear, even if the one you can't clear probably still has more items on it.
And the thing is, since you know that, something is on Helm of the King, you actually don't really want to go back there without the bow. But we know he'll have to go back in there to get his flippers.
Yeah, at this point the flippers are going to be the required progression, and unless we've missed it on Hobo, it looks like it's in Swamp.
There's also another location available to them, which is the Ether Tablet, but you don't really want to go there.
Oh, and now we actually
King's Tomb
have...
as well.
Yeah, King's Tomb. Zelda had to skip it the first time.
I think Lumberjack has a bottle, if I remember correctly.
Didn't get a really good look at it from Illus's end.
Was it Blue Goo?
Yeah, let's have Blue Goo. Alright, Zelda clearing out a lot of these one-ofs checks here. Now, Pyramid hasn't been checked, Catfish hasn't been checked, King's Tomb hasn't been checked, and then we know we have a lot of possible progression in the Swamp as well.
We know for a fact that Pedestal, at this point, if you want it to be progression, has to be either that. No, not even that, but Pedestal is dead. Unless there's something in those dungeon. Could be the bow.
Yeah, Ped could still be Bow.
Oh, really?
We'd have to find... No, we don't have to find anything, yeah. We'd have to find the mitts, but the only real chance of Ped is Bow. Or Ice Rod blocking a Trinex in a Crystal Dungeon.
Or in Ganon Sour. Because, hey, we can have a surprise Trinex there.
Oh, man. Can you imagine not dipping Mire or Turtle Rock at all, getting into Ganon's tower, finding a Trinex and the Ice Rods on the pedestal? So Zelga's gonna check out Pyramid, and I can't help but think Catfish. Illus finally giving us the King's Tomb check.
Ooh, a nice sword in King's Tomb. It would help him a lot. Zelga's keeping on the love of the pyramid.
And that Chain Chomp just kind of ran away.
Illus following Zelga on his way. Not actually going for Catfish, but going to King's Tomb first. Really nice routing from Zelga.
Yeah, Zelga doesn't want to leave any of these one-ups behind at all. I mean, at this point, is Zelga going to take the, what, 45 seconds to go check Ether before dipping Swamp?
At this point, I think he's gonna have to. I mean, he's checking everything before going into Swamp. Unless Catfish has something.
Alright, so Illus is gonna go ahead and check with probably Pyramid on the way through. That chain chomp gets me. It's gonna check probably Pyramid, maybe Catfish before re-dipping Pod here. Oh, Chad's saying that the mushroom was on Lake Hilly Island. Was it really?
I forgot about it.
I must have missed it. That's 2 checks I could do.
Ooh! Zelda going back to pod, I guess.
Yeah, so that's an item.
That's a very good item. And we know he's gonna find another item in Helmets King.
So let's hope Illus goes to Catfish. Illus is going to Catfish.
And that's actually gonna send him back into pod. And there he will find his flippers as well. That's actually good find and not gonna bite either that much. That death into pod won't cost him as much as I expected.
This is interesting. We are so close to go mode. We can complete all the crystal dungeons. Or no, we can't. We still okay. No, we were wrong. I thought we were going to be in go mode without having the mitts. We still need the mitts to get into ice, right? I almost thought that was going to be a thing.
But we know there's a unique item on Helm of the King, so at this point, it might actually just be the mitts. He considers a unique item as well.
Alright, this has all been really good for Illus. All the Zelda cleaning up the overworld and then last locationing pretty much close to last locationing the bow in the overworld means that Illus is just going to find the flippers here and kill Helma and not be all that far behind. In fact, kind of be ahead because of the boot advantage, given them already having cleared Desert.
Desert and also Torfera.
Yeah.
Even though it actually took him a while. But in the end, having the boots so early, like, saved him a lot of time. Still has to clear more of pod though.
Oh yeah, it
Wouldn't
has a
take that long.
lot of stuff in here still to clear.
You have the lamp now, so I might actually expect him to do a hammer jump. If he knows how to do it, he should know. To actually avoid those spikes on the bridge. Yeah, equipping the bomb already. Oh, actually, damage boosting. Very nice.
Yeah, Zelda had done the same strategy. It's a great idea. Just bam, damage boost through it, and Zelda gets dead rocked.
That rock.
And Vanilla Helma.
Actually gonna be able to see those items in the dark room, because we weren't able to see them. I don't think it was progression though.
No, it wasn't anything progression.
And there's our mates.
Okay, now we are in go mode. Well, pseudo go mode. Schrodinger's go mode. We're in go mode unless we find Shrine X. So, do you keep clearing chests in that off chance?
No, I wouldn't myself. Just take the risk of finding a Trinex. I would go for the fast dungeons though first. I would clear some last.
Oh,
So
definitely.
if you find a Trinex first, might actually, you know that you have to find the ice rod before that. Oh, a unique item in the buy shed. Not the unique item you want to see, but still a unique item.
Yeah, at least it's out of the pool, I guess.
Illus still has to clear Eastern though. Has to get the big key because he didn't get it. He died before that.
Yeah, the Illus does have to do Eastern, but Eastern thankfully will be a quick check, especially now with the lamp.
That rock not trolling Illus. Like he trolled Zelda.
Yeah.
Good to him.
Dead rocks and dungeons are just rude. So to answer Element Chat here, we're in Schrodinger's Go mode here. We're in the Randomizer Go mode. We can go through the dungeon until we hit a Trinex. Alright, so Zelga's gonna dip ice first and go probably just full Go mode it, which I completely agree with.
Yeah, definitely. You have the magic for it as well. Unless you find a Trinex.
But better you find it now and then know you're looking for another item than to Go mode Swamp, come into ice, and then learn it.
So actually one thing I noticed as well, like Meyer actually requiring ether that we don't have is actually good, in my opinion.
You say it's good. You say it's good until we find it in GT, and then find like a something like Trinex. Actually, I don't think Trinex can be in Moldor 2.
But it's like Chad was pointing out, I would still check a few chests in Swamp, like the basement, like quick check.
Oh yeah, they're all those three are right there. There's no reason not to.
Very nice hint, thank you. Illus also gonna have an easier time on the armored knights since bow and silvers that Zelda didn't have for them.
Yeah, this is definitely not going to be Zelga's Master Sword Armos Knights, but on the other hand, Zelga's not going to have to do Illus's Master Sword Vitreous.
What's the last enemy? Oh, there it is.
Stupid sand monster, yeah.
Checking that chest as well, not wasting a lot of time, even though it's only a big 20.
I mean, it's right there on the way. The stuff that's on the way, there's no point not to check, just in that off shot.
Okay, Ice, what are you gonna give us today?
Alright, moment of truth, 1 of 2. Well, 1 of 3, possibly. It's another Vidi.
Actually taking a lot of damage. Like getting that potion early.
Yeah, I don't agree with this. I 100% just spam everything with the arrows, mirror out, and then buy an upgrade.
Exactly, like, you're just here. You can just refill your arrows. You have a lot of money as well. I would even buy another one, since you know you have another Vidi waiting for you up there.
True. With the boots, it's not like it's that slow of a dash. Yeah, Zelda gonna dip in by at least probably double capacity upgrade for 1 for bombs, 1 for arrows. Not even gonna bother with bombs.
Only buying 1. Then you have silvers as well, so but actually don't need that many arrows. Even if you find like an armor knight in Swamp. Or another VT. Which is actually possible at this point.
Yeah. Illus setting up vanilla Ice Palace strats there. Unfortunately, no big Stalfos there. Illus just gotta get through the Ice Palace bomb jump here.
He got it now.
First time, every time. Alright, Illus coming down. We'll see if they check this one chest too. Nope, not even gonna check it. It was only a big 20 though. Alright, Zelda coming into the back end of Swamp here. Illus is going to be dropping into Vidi's Revenge.
taking his bow directly. You have a red mail now, so gonna be needed, and the bow with sulfurs. Already preparing to buy some more arrows.
Alright, so Zelda is sure enough is going to check these basement chests just since they're right here.
Oh, not even buying capacity. I mean, I already cleared the other VT, so.
Finds a unique item, Bugnet.
Not a lot of unique items left. That's the ice rod.
Ice Rod, Powder, Cape, and Burna. Alright, 1 of 3 possible Trinexes left. It's another Armos. Alright, so Zelda got through that. That's going to be Crystal 6, just needs to go back up to Hera and kill Vidi, then go into Ganon's Tower. So the only chance of us not being in go mode is if the big key's behind an Ice Trinex, or if Land Mode 2's been replaced with Trinex.
I don't know if Zelda noticed he had an extra bow from Pod. Because he was in the dark when he got it.
Yeah.
Even more, it has a green goo in that.
That could be helpful, yeah. Alright, so Zelga's gonna come up here. I am gonna go ahead and assume is gonna go ahead and check a couple of locations on the way, maybe.
I mean, he can check those locations, and also, like, since he didn't open the portal yet, it actually can be shorter in time. But those, I'm pretty sure he did that for the 2 locations here.
Yeah, he wanted to check Super Bunny, since they haven't checked Super Bunny or Hookshot at all.
Skipping that Hookshot cave, actually.
Alright, so Zelga's coming back into Hera for the Vidi refight. Illus is coming in for their second Armos. And down go the Armos Knights. That is going to be Illus's 7th crystal. Len, I think there's a game we play. Do you think there's a game we play?
There is a game we play. What kind of game are we playing?
Alright, so what we're going to be doing now is we're going to go ahead and get the Ganon's Tower Big Key guessing game going. Go ahead and guess a number 1 to 22. Where in the heck in Ganon's Tower is that big key? If you've donated at least 250 bits or a subscriber to any of the Speed Gaming family of channels, you could be entered for a chance to be put on the leaderboard. Now, we're going to go ahead and start this right now since Illus has 7 crystals. The chances are we're going to go off the first person who gets into the basement, which is probably going to be Zelda. Alright, so Illus is on the way up to GT. Zelda goes ahead and clears out Vidi 2, is just one portal away from entering. So, odds are, even though we started the game on Illus, we're probably going to base it off of Zelda.
Actually gave us more time to actually play the game, which is nice.
Yeah, thankfully.
So, where do you think the biggie is gonna be?
14. I'm always a fan of 14.
Will go for 17. Actually, chest number 1.
Well then, so much for Trinex on ice. So, if your guess was 1... Oh, that's a medallion.
That's the either I was talking about. Which one actually in GT.
So he's grabbing his 1 key so he can go up. Jelid 739, congratulations on being the closest with a guess of 2.
Could have been a 2 if Zelda went for the left chest first. Could have been a 2. He knocks us for those rooms. Not really what you want to see.
Yeah, thankfully them getting killed instantly by bombs is a big help. So, Illus is not far behind Zelda here. This is super close, and like I said, there's still now 1 chance, 10%, that we might be leaving this tower. Or at least going back into the basement.
This gauntlet is not very friendly, in my opinion.
Yeah, the gauntlet is one of those things that gets super tricky on open Randomizer.
But either is actually a very nice weapon.
Yeah, it's gonna freeze most of the enemies and kill some of them outright, including some of the enemies you wouldn't think it would kill. Let's gonna take a safety door here.
I mean, not having a lot of heart, I can't really blame him for that. It's not like getting bullied a little bit, but I know for a fact that he got a blue potion.
Moment of truth. There. Oh, it's vanilla.
And ladies and gentlemen, I'm afraid to tell you that we won't have any Trinexes today.
Alright, down goes the vanilla Lambos 2s. Alright, so this is now officially 100% go mode. Due to some restrictions, one of the places that Trinex cannot show up is both in Hera and Moldorm 2. Oh, got bullied there again.
I've seen worse in that room.
Yeah.
Zelda is a bit low on health though.
Zelda's a little low in health, and Illus is only about a half a floor behind now.
They also don't have the powder. We won't know if we got. There is actually an anti-fairy here. So what do we have here? Another VT.
Vidi Part 3.
Oh, Illus, you should have taken those arrows on your way. You only have 9.
I mean, what are the odds there's a third Vitreous, though? Oh, wait. Zelga unfortunately finds the map. May have been looking for the sand cart there.
Taking the potion now. I mean, this room can be a bit tricky to get through.
Yeah, you never knew what was at the top of it, taking no chances of getting bullied and getting comboed like a spike into the spiked floor and dying.
Right, it's geometry time. A very nice triple from Zelda.
Right.
1-3-2. Really nice fight.
Alright, so Zelga finishes up Aga 2 as Illus drops into Vidi 3. Alright, so this is going to be Silvers and Tempered. This is going to be a pretty vanilla fight, and it's going to be really quick. Blink and you're going to miss most of these phases. Yeah, let's get bullied a little bit here. There we go. That's one silver hit.
That was a close one. But a nice triple to follow that.
Yeah, absolutely. Ella's picking up a nice triple on Aga too, it looked like. Same patterns. Oh, must only counted for 2. And with that, Zelga's going to cross the finish line and be our first place finisher with a time of 1 hour, 35 minutes, and 6 seconds. GG to Zelga.
GG Zelga. As Illus is about to hit his fight with the pig.
Yeah, this is close. This is, you know, a lot closer than you would have expected from some points in this routing.
That bow on Catfish really cut it close for a runner. Like, if it wasn't there, like... If they didn't go there almost at the same time as well, could have been
Yeah.
bad for one of them.
It could have. The big advantage there, however, is the fact that the bow was locking the Titans, so there's no way they could have ended up dipping either of the other two dungeons.
I mean, Zelda could have gone into Swamp before getting his bow, for sure.
That's true, but at least you couldn't get like distracted inside a TR or Mire.
Yeah, true. That's very true.
All right, Illus with a super solid Ganon fight going on here, coming into their phase 4. Gets the second arrow in. And down goes the pig. All right, Illus crosses the finish line in second place with a time of 1:37.23, about 2 minutes 20 seconds between our two runners. GG to both of them.
Did you tell two runners? And we're about to be joined by them.
All right, and we are joined by both of our runners, Zelda and Illus. GG to both of you.
GG. Can we hear you, Zelda?
How about now?
Here we go, Zelda.
All right, GG's. Thank you very much.
So, what'd you guys think of that seed?
It started out really interesting to me. Just like there was just constant linear chain. You find one thing and go see what it gives you. Like you find a hook shot and you take it directly up the mountain when you get a flute, and then you get a glove as soon as you go up there, and then it just kind of kept going for a while. And then I almost last location the hammer, which made me feel really behind going into the dark world, which kind of affected my late game routing, thinking that I might have been kind of behind, to where I just felt I can't really spend time looking for an ice rod that I might not need. So it just kind of the very beginning of the game more or less decided that I'm not gambling on an ice rod.
Yeah, but we talked for a bit, and I told him that I died to Vitreous in Hera multiple times, and I basically last location the hammer too. But I think that was kind of normal. I didn't let that bother me.
Yeah, it was really an interesting seed to watch. A lot of it played into the fact that your go mode item ended up being the Titan's Mitt. So like half the game was like locked off to you that you didn't even have to bother or couldn't check.
Yeah, I think from a logic point of view, it was a very nice seed. Like you just had to go there, and there. The only one thing was bone catfish, which was kind of trolly, but yeah. Otherwise, it was a really, really nice seed, and if it hadn't been Randomizer, it would have been really fast. Like some of the enemy and boss placement was really rude.
I mean, you routed that pretty well, especially you, Zelda. You didn't take the swamp trap, I would say, when you got
Yeah.
the flippers.
Yeah, I had to kind of remind myself that even though there's not really a bow lock per se in Palace of Darkness and Randomizer, that right side is still technically bow locked, even if it doesn't require the bow. So when I got the flippers in the back, I had to stop and think, okay, I should have the bow before I got these, so I can't go into swamp looking for them. So I kind of wanted to tie up that loose end before moving on to something like full clearing swamp for the Titan's Nets.
Similar for me. Like I left port because I died to that spike on that bridge. That was rude. Until I remembered that you can bomb yourself over. But in any case, I wanted to return with the bow because I knew that port was bow locked. So yeah, I bothered to check catfish before finishing port or something.
Yeah, a lot of it just came down to small differences that really made it up. Like Zelda had the flippers before you did, but you had the boots for way longer. Yeah.
Yeah, because I died to Vitreous, I looked for other stuff that could be in logic and give me Dark World access, and I randomly discovered the boots. It was nice.
Yeah, I don't think I got the boots until maybe right before I got the bow. Like, I didn't do a catfish mirror into Zora, but I think that was basically all I did right before catfish was get the boots. So that was a big difference.
Yeah, that would explain why, despite me dying multiple times in several dungeons, I still wasn't too far behind.
Yeah, some of the early fights, like that Vitreous in Hera is just awful on low equipment, and like definitely could have had the Master Sword, and I think you said you did, but I mean, it's just an awkward spot that it's just not ever going to be a convenient fight. So I'm glad that I started the fight and then just decided it really wasn't worth my time, and I could come back later.
Yeah, unfortunately I had the Master Sword, so I thought like it was possible, so I should go for it. At least I preferred that location over Agina, because I did not want to check Agina.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't have both item from Hera, so well, actually, could have just been something, but it wasn't.
Yep.
I can't
Unfortunately,
blame you for actually going for that.
Yeah. It was very possible with Master Sword and 8 hearts, even though you were a 2-shot, but there's worse.
Hey, the important thing is you did end up clearing it on that. It was a really well done fight of just having to be careful and go around there. Same with the Argus in Skullwoods, or the Lag Argus.
Oh god, the Argus was...
How did you feel after finding those two males in K45 and Stumpy after that?
I felt betrayed. I wanted those earlier.
Because I had them for that fight.
Yeah, that might be the only reason I survived that fight. That was awful.
I did not have them for Argus. I went for it and cleared it with a potion, but it worked. And yeah, after dying in Thieves Town, like getting an item and dying there, I found the male upgrades and I felt very betrayed.
All right, so you guys, this was your game 2. You guys got one more left. Unless you guys want to keep that kind of a hidden secret here, you guys got any idea of when you might be vetoing already?
Yeah, we've actually already scheduled the match, and it's going to be Sunday morning at the same time. I think our vetoes were Swordless and Retro, and I admittedly don't remember exactly what we got.
I think it was all dungeons? All dungeons standard hard, Uncle Shirt, something like that. I don't remember the exact details, but it was fairly vanilla.
Yeah, it's a standard Uncle hard all dungeon, so that's going to be a really great one between you guys. I know you guys are really wrapping up your races. You both don't have many left. I know, Zelga, you've got one here and one other one.
Against
if I'm-
Cadenza?
Yeah,
If I
against
remember
Cadenza. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm 1-1 with Cadenza, so I've got a little bit of revenge I need to get, but I'm looking forward to these last two. And I mean, Randomizer of these settings, Randomizer is what I'm by far the least comfortable with, just from a mostly inexperience. So I'm hopeful that I can keep on this run, but I mean, this whole group is filled with amazing runners, and I certainly am not taking it for granted that I'm pulling out some of these wins. It's a very hard fought group.
You can still
yeah.
tie it up with Elminster as well.
I'm fighting very hard, but I'm always losing by just not much. It's frustrating.
You know, you're keeping it close in all these races, though, Illus, and just the fact that you're in here with the 96 best runners that we have for Link to the Past is just something in and of itself. And just holding your own against everybody that's in these group stages is amazing.
Thank you.
All right, so guys, once again, great matches to everybody. I'm gonna throw some links in chat. Give both of the runners a follow, as well as my co-commentator Lin and our tracker Phantom Black Ice. Guys, do you have anything else you want to mention here?
I wanted to beat Rakaris at least once. Unfortunately, that did not happen. I'm coming for you the next time.
I mean, I saw Elminster being in the Irish channel, checking as soon as possible if Zelda was gonna lose or not.
I hope that Zelda wins all the other matches and that he just smashes Minster.
Even though one of them is actually against you. Like, you're actually asking Zelda to beat you.
Yeah, I will definitely try hard winning, but if it does not happen, then I hope that Zelda wins.
Well, thank you. I mean, Elminster and I have a track record of really, really god-awful seeds. So regardless, if it comes to that, you'll want to watch it because it's going to be a disaster.
Looking forward to watching it.
All right, guys. Well, thank you both once again here for entertaining us and running that seed for us. A little bit of a jet there. And chat, thank you all very much. You're the ones that watch this and give us something to do here. Once again, we got the links in for everybody to go follow, as well as give a follow to the Speed Gaming family of channels 1 to 6 and the ALTTPR 1 to 5. We've got more Randomizer actually coming at you later today, I believe. Let's see what we got. Yeah, we got some more Randomizer coming on. Speed Gaming 4, you got one coming up at 4:30. You got a hard retro swordless between Arior and OC, so that's going to be great. You got 6:30 on ALTTPR 1. You've got one coming up. All Dungeons, Uncle Assured Hard Key Sanity. So if you like some keys, you got some coming up tonight. And we also got an inverted coming up at 8:30 over on ALTTPR 2. So you guys, you got all kinds of races, all kinds of different formats. Everybody, thank you once again for watching, and for me and my co-commentator Lynn and everybody here doing commentary for this tournament and for the tournament itself. Have a great day.
Good day, everyone. Thank you for watching.